Hey, this is the accurate date and time. I just posted this on Facebook. It says 16 minutes ago because I just edited some new text. So here I'll read it. I'm putting this on YouTube now, and I want to see if Facebook fixes this. Of course, Facebook should have these screening words, Facebook and censorship, for example, right? So I'll show you the pictures and see if they disappear. No, they won't disappear from my computer unless, Dell, that I'm also criticizing for their unethical and illegal conduct. So here you can see that I am a manager and an admin here, okay? Now I'm just trying to, this all started when I was trying to fix something I wrote, some editing there, and this pops up. And it's weird it pops up. But it did pop up right after I posted on this group that I'm confused about the analytics of YouTube. And I ask people as the admin of this group if they can let me know in the comments by watching my YouTube video that is very relevant to this group, and let me know if they watch the whole thing, part of it, and then I would see if the analytics match up on YouTube. Because even on YouTube, if I am not allowing ads, I've shared videos in groups or with people that supposedly have a passion for these subjects, and that's just one thing. But there's also, a lot of math of the views that don't add up on YouTube. So anyways, this popped up, and I'm not into paranoid conspiracies. This can be explained in just a flaw, and it has many flaws. I've documented many flaws with Facebook, and I've sent them messages to say, I have data that can help you fix these flaws. And they never, when they delete something from a person, they don't even say why, they don't talk to them or anything like that. So they're not good admins, right? I wouldn't approve them as an admin if I had a group, the people that do this on Facebook, and they're the big guys and ladies. So here it said, what? I'm already an admin. This proves it. I can't edit my own comment that has nothing inappropriate about it. That's weird. And the next one here shows, because here every time I moved one letter, and I've had such an issue a few years ago when I was trying to change some of my comments, and this was not me years ago as a moderator or an admin. It was just it just popped up like this. And then you can't get into your Facebook for days and things like that. So why am I doing this right away in case it gets deleted? And then it suddenly pops me out that I have to rejoin the group. And Mark here invited me to this group to be an admin, was very happy, him and Marie, and then back to, and they invited me to be an administrator. It was a great honor because this is a group that actually is a good fit for me. Now, a lot of people invite me to many other admins and moderator groups. I've noticed as soon as I accept one, and it's for me, I just want to be on one, and I want to do quality work, right? And if it's not a good fit for me, I would go. But as you can see in the comments, I write the respect I have as a life skills coach, the critical thinking skills I have. If people are upset, it's people that shouldn't be on a group like this. So it's not because I'm doing anything wrong based on the group. So here I had 32, and I've been keeping track of these. I had 32, and it went to 20. Actually, you know what? I'm making a mistake. I have two Facebook groups. I'm not entirely certain. But anyways, this is still exactly hereafter, so it's good to have as data. So I think maybe the other Facebook group actually is the one. So this is something I have to follow up on to see if I'm the one that's accurate about this. So right after this happens, Marie is one of the other admins. And then I sent her this message, and it didn't work. But then I take a screenshot, and I send it to Mark, and it did seem to work, although I don't think he read it yet. So here, yeah, it does show I'm only an admin on this group. Now, I don't really want to be on this group because nobody seems to be working on what this group is supposed to be working on in any way that is productive. And again, the person of this group keeps inviting me to many other things, even though I told him, no, I don't want to join or moderate anything else. This is a topic. But of course, this is leadership for problem-solving groups is important. And this one is not going where I want it to go. I'm hoping the other one with Mark will head in productive ways. So Marie, I sent her what I also sent Mark. So this is an abstract, okay, and it's written in a very academic way, but it's still schemas that most academics that are supposedly experts in these fields won't want to publish this. And this is written in a more friendly way. Now, a lot of people like this, but they don't really read the whole thing, and they just quote a few parts as if they read and understood how it all comes together. But this is written in a more user-friendly way, although there are words people should look up if you can't get the meaning of context. Now, French is my first language, and I wrote this, so that means it's possible for people that don't have developmental disorders to understand this document if they make an effort. And this is written in a friendlier way, and I get a lot of people, oh, you should turn it into this kind of document. And again, maybe someday, but it's not going to make people read it more because it is extremely user-friendly. People say, oh, no, you don't do the formatting this way. The formatting is user-friendly. And that excuse from people with PhDs or that have millions of followers is the most ridiculous thing in the world. So anyways, I wasn't talking specifically about Marie. I was just talking about how many people got this. And they are your leaders, or they are the people that you invite on the news as your experts, and they can't say anything intelligent after receiving this, even though they say, yes, send it to me. Okay, so here, as you can see, this was the only thing that was left. Now, I haven't gone back on the group yet to see if actually there's anything at all left, because that one was for February 4th, and I did post a few others after that. But again, these are inconsistencies with Facebook. So I don't want to say that I'm certain about, a conscious person being behind this. I think it's just the flaws of their programming. But if they fix this by, let's say not preventing Mark from getting my new request to join and then writing this, assuming it'd be Mark, it said, this is Martin, an admin in this very group, and Facebook's programming flaws kicked me out. They still have not resolved this yet. Yes, but I do want to write them to become better, and I've already told them about this, Mark. When Facebook's flaws kicked me out, it did so in very inconsistent ways. I have gathered, I guess, this data, but again, it stopped here. This was the limit of words. Does Facebook want to learn anything about how to make itself better? Now, I'm not trying to give it more power. I'm just trying to, save everybody time and actually do things that such a platform could do that is productive for the world, but it doesn't, right? Because it has people in charge that either program things a certain way or that are, putting quantity as a priority in their work instead of quality, like Facebook moderators or admins. I'm not talking about groups, but Facebook itself are overloaded. They'll make quick decisions, and they're the top in their responsibility level, but that doesn't make them good at what they do, right? Quality is always lost when something is big. And I'm trying to bring quality to this group. Now here I'm not too certain about what this one was. It says updated as status, and it could have been a picture. I'm not sure if it's there yet. I'll have to go see. But in a picture, a screenshot, because screenshots are easier for Facebook not to screen out, by the way, people compared to videos. So when you want to prove something, do a screenshot. And so this could have been a screenshot, or actually say, I'm glad to be part of one of the comments I put, glad to be a moderator in this group before I became an admin. So I think that's the last one. So it's starting back from the beginning. So again, if Facebook fixes this, and it might take a couple of days, in the past I've had these kind of problems where I don't do anything wrong and they do things wrong, Facebook. And when they fix it, they only fix it partially, kind of like Dell, right? Even Dell before my computer. And after this happened yesterday, I was frustrated. So I filmed a video using Zoom. Now, even though I was straight with the camera, I was showing as if, I was like this with my laptop. And the weird colors of the camera was even worse. Now, every time I send something to Dell to fix it in the last year, when the warranty was still on, it would only be partially solved, but it would come back with new ones. Like, for example, in the back here, Dell already knew that there was cracks and pieces that broke off, and then it started making a crack here because, one of their techs broke this, and I have videos of me filming some other techs who know about this, and it's still, they don't fix it, and they just say passed at the end because they did the one thing they were supposed to do by having me wait all day for them. And then there's more issues because it's recycled parts that eventually are so no longer compatible, even though it is for this device, but they have BIOS and history of so many different other devices and years and dates that eventually, experts in computers don't realize they're not experts in computers anymore. So this was all happening during the warranty. And then eventually, the last thing I did, instead of giving a fifth chance to one of their techs to come again after months of trying to get all the problems solved and not coming back with new ones, is you can see my express code here and all this stuff. But I don't really give a damn because, I'm hoping to change this computer soon. And if Dell eventually, follows the rule of law that they failed me with a warranty that was bought and paid for and I own this device, is that I'm going to say, well, pay me, but not in a Dell computer. I want to buy a different computer. And I asked them, I said, why do you keep sending new texts? I'm talking to the people higher up on the phone. And you're paying these ridiculous amounts. And you've already paid more than what it would have been at the beginning to just send a new laptop, a brand new device, instead of recycling, moving the warranty around and failing at your own warranty. So again, instead of the fifth tech to fail, and the fourth time, they actually send a tech that I was the most unhappy with. And I said, why are you here? And I told him, I said you were the worst of the three I'd gotten so far. Oh, and he said, I recognize your name, I want to come. He didn't know I gave a complaint. So their complaint service and their quality control doesn't even exist. It's just fake, right? Nobody communicates properly in any cultures of the world, whether it's computers or anything else. So the species is doomed in this way. Even if they have one language, they can't communicate properly. And I'm talking about communication. I'm not talking about hearing words. Somebody seems to be part of the conversation, then their response, you can tell they're not. I'm talking about a real communication, which you don't even need language for that. You can just use nonverbal communication. Real communication is very easy to notice if it's happening or not. When I'm traveling in Asia, I don't know their language, but I can tell it and I can explain. And then they'll say, are you sure you don't speak that language? Yes, I'm sure. I'm just like, the most important and universal language is nonverbal communication. So as I was saying, instead of the fifth tech, I send it to their, I mail it in the box they give me, and it goes to this warehouse of experts. And it came back so quickly, and it still didn't have this repaired. And it still had camera problems. And this is supposedly their best. Oh, it comes back. It's like a brand new one. No, it wasn't, Dell. And no, Facebook, you've never really gotten much better at what you do. And YouTube either. I've documented a lot. I can do like a dozen posts on YouTube about YouTube.